Hey guys, this is Dr. J, Entrepreneur Doctor. I'm running multiple businesses, working a few hours a week, and I'm basically talking about the tools, some of the tools that I use to do that. So you can do the same, okay? Now, this is a serious subject. Really, if you just look at the fact that we lose about 60% of our productivity because of untrained and new staff, or bad staff. Just think of all that lost production and money. So we're going to talk about training that doesn't suck, okay? Now I've already covered about how to get better people into your practice, right? How to get A players, how to get stellar, great people. And if you don't get that, especially in private practice, you're toast. You just basically don't have any hope. So let's just assume that you do get those people. Well, wouldn't it be good to have a training program that doesn't require any of your time, and it only requires a little bit of your executive's time, and it just escorts everybody through what they have to do to get them up and producing as soon as possible, and also like at a massive level. People who you found who are willing and awesome, they're trained so that they just kick ass. How cool would that be? So this is how we're going to do it. There's a few things that we need to start. I mean, just imagine, like my first job was at Whataburger, pouring drinks, okay? And they had me look at material. It was very elementary. It taught me a lesson, which was we need to like train someone with some material so that they understand before we actually have them do it. Like, how much sense does it mean to just get thrown into the job and assume that they know it? What about assuming that the rest of your people, your staff, is going to take care of them? That just, right? So let's get some basic information that they can use so that when they do start working and when they do start training, man, they're equipped, okay? They're ready to go, okay? What about this? What about a word list? Like in private practice, do you know how technical our jobs are? We use all these terms that no one else uses. Like in the veterinary field, we say fecal, like you say and in thee. But that's kind of disturbing to someone who doesn't know what that is, fecal, okay? So what if we had a list of these words? See, that becomes important because if you have someone who's like breaking a lab machine, you know what it is? It's not that they didn't understand the lab machine. They didn't understand the terminology and the words related to it. Let's give them a list of our words. Let's make them memorize them. Let's make them learn the 30 most basic words, right? Dental, fecal, prophy, all these words that nobody knows. We just think that they do, okay? So that's step number one. What about this? We only have a few products that support us and that are really the goods. We may be doing extra shit, but we only have a few that are like super vital to what we're doing. Do you see that? So what about these key products? You only have like, what, 5, 10, maybe 20? But why don't we get the most important ones known, named, and memorized? So that when someone comes in within a week, they know what your products are. We assume that they know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But what if we make sure that they can name the products and describe them? Because why? Because we gave them the definition. We gave them a list and the definition, and now they know it. Wow, we have someone who kind of knows the words, plus they know the products. How are we doing so far? Huh? Pretty darn good. What if we gave them a list of the 5 basic duties that they have to learn instantly? Okay? In other words, they're not just going to be walking around asking your staff, what do I do about this? What do I do about that? They're going to read how to do the basic duties. They're going to do the 5 basic duties. They're not going to be just sitting in everyone's way, taking up space, asking, right? They're going to do something, okay? So these are just like some of the most basic steps. And I got to tell you what, this whole trial by fire thing where you just basically get thrown into it, that doesn't work anymore. The kind of people that we have to hire in practice, they demand more, okay? They also demand that you have a phase of training. And you know what this is? This actually is an apprenticeship. Did you know that in Portugal, they've been making the wine the same exact way for centuries? And it's all done through training and apprenticeship, just like an electrician's job. They don't get to go and get zapped with electricity before they actually apprentice under someone. It is the best way to train. But if you don't have a basic groundwork with which to work, you just never get there. Not to mention just lots of confusion and new people coming in, people leaving, and they just never, right? So let's do this. Let's get the right people, okay? Let's get them the words that they're gonna need to know. Let's get them to name the products that we have, okay? Let's get them instantly producing with some basic duties, and if they can get through these introductory phases, then we can invest an apprenticeship into them. We actually learn all the data to get there. Look, a lot is required of a private practice owner. Everything is stacked against you to fail. It takes a guy with horsepower, and it takes a guy with not only smarts, but tools to get shit done. And my hope is that, look, instead of just trying to figure it out as you go, the guys who are doing really well, they just kind of do this, all right? So use this tool. Get people started efficiently, effectively, get them up and producing so you can do what? Get shit done.